Hello, future project managers. With this video, I'm going to go through our Blackboard site to show you the locations of all the files, all the videos, all the resources that you're going to need to be successful with this course. So let's get started. So here we are at the announcements page, the default page that you see whenever you log into our Blackboard site. So I'm just going to start at the top menu here on the left and just go through and briefly describe the components of each one of these sections. This first one, start here, that gives you some software accessibility information, ADA compliance, those types of things, and any external tools that you might have, that you might be using, their privacy policy, any plugins and free software, and then there's a section on support. So that's what's in the Start Here section. And then obviously the syllabus that contains our syllabus, and you should download that and read that because that is the standard document that will go by for this semester for all of the assignments. So this next section is just simply my information. If you need to contact me, I do have a Skype account right here. If you want to. If we ever need to Skype or anything, you can get a hold of me through Skype also. And then finally, we'll go back to our schedule. This first part of the schedule is just the schedule and due dates for the summer semester that we're in, the 10-week semester. And then these are the assignments and due dates for all of the items that you'll be responsible for this semester. The first one is June 5th. Some of you have already done the MBTI exercise, but that's due June 5th. So the due date for each one of these is in this chart, including going through all the way through August 6th for your personal project, which is actually the Hallmark assessment. The semester actually ends, I think it's August 7th. Yeah, so August 7th. So that doesn't give us a lot of wiggle room here, so I suggest that you try to get that personal project in even before August 6th, because it does follow along with the group projects that you will have with your virtual teams. So this next section is the resources and materials. There's quite a bit of information here. This first video you need to watch because it gives my interpretation of the value of the virtual teams and some of the things that we will be doing to enhance your virtual team experience, such as going through your personal MBTI and maybe recognizing that in others. We're going to use Collaborate Ultra for our collaboration tool for your teams, and then a new application called VoiceThread, which you'll use to create a video introduction for yourself. This next one is this video itself, Intro to Project Management. I do have a video on how to use Collaborate Ultra for your teams. This section has all of the videos that are actually my lectures for all of the different project management elements, and they are all on YouTube. So the videos for each one of the elements, plus there's maybe some supplemental information also about all of the project management elements that you will be responsible for this semester. So all of the lectures, if you will, are contained right here in the ELFH YouTube video section. So going back to resources and materials, you're not in this alone. You do not have to create these project management elements from scratch. There are project templates for most of the assignments. So this folder simply contains these project templates that you will use for your team and your individual projects. So each one of the templates are located in this section. There's one for the main document, the stakeholder register, stakeholder strategy, and so forth. So these are all the templates that you will use for your personal project and your virtual team project. All the templates are contained here in the project templates section. Back at the resources and materials, there is a checklist for your group project to make sure you have included all the files, and that's just simply a Word document. I haven't talked about the discussion question assignment yet, but depending upon the edition of the textbook that you purchased, you might or might not have the correct order of the chapter questions of chapters 3 through 5. So I have them reprinted right here. Chapters 1 and 2 are the same for all of the textbook editions, but maybe some of the earlier editions do not have an updated chapters 3 through 5 discussion questions, so I have those right here. I have another file for your personal project. Not all of the files are used in your personal project, and some are just a little bit different as from your group project. So make sure you take a look at that. You are going to be writing a paper in cold learning style, so there's all types of documents and videos here. If you want to learn more about the Myers-Briggs type indicator that you have or will have taken online and put in this discussion board, you can look at that here. I mentioned the cold learning style for this for that assignment, for the writing assignment. It will be what's called a safe assign. It'll go through the safe assignment process. And if you want to learn more about that, you can go through here, and it has more information on the safe assign. You might not exactly use that in this class, but if you ever need to crop size and save a picture, you can do that by just dragging it into a PowerPoint slide. And this is just a short video that shows and explains and demonstrates how to do that in PowerPoint so that you don't have to use a fancy graphics editor. So that's all that's in all of the resources and materials, and it's a pretty extensive folder. So let's go to and look at the discussion board. That's going to be an assignment for this semester. There is one discussion board where you put your MBTI type. There's the instructions. You just take that particular instrument. It's not a test. It's called an instrument. So you copy and paste this address into your browser, and then you will, after you go through the instrument, it will give you a 4-digit type. Open the forum and create your thread. And you'll see that there are some already here. And that's all you need to do with your MBTI. Just type it in the address, in the subject box. All the rest of these are the discussion questions for the first 5 chapters. So as we study the project management elements from chapter 1, you will have assigned to you a discussion question for the semester, and only one. So if you are one of the students responsible for questions in chapter 1, you simply type the question number you were assigned in the subject box. You don't attach any files. You should copy the text from a Word document that you uploaded for the assignment and paste it in the message area. So if we go to chapter 1, discussion board, what you will do is create a thread, type in the question number, here, and that's all you really need to do. And then type the actual question here with your answer. And we'll talk more about the content of a good discussion answer. And then, of course, you would click Submit then. So let's go back to the discussion board. So you will have a discussion board, 5 of these, covering the 5 chapters that we will have for this semester. So that completes the discussion board area. In this Documents tab, you've got a couple of informative documents. I mentioned the discussion question assignment. This file you need to download because it gives specific instructions on how to create your the answer to your question and how to respond to at least one other student's post. So you definitely need to download this file and read those instructions. But I have the due dates and the question numbers that are assigned for you individually. In other words, Darren has chapter 1, and it says 2A for the question. So that means Darren's only responsible for the first part of question 1, and it's due on June 11th. All the rest follow suit for the 5 different chapters. Now, this could possibly change if we get more students enrolled in the class. That's why I have some blanks left in some of these chapters. This class can be set up for in excess of 30 people, but I think we've got 21 or so. So you definitely want to take a look at your question when it's due and make sure you read this document that explains the process of writing your answer, uploading it to the discussion board, and uploading it to its assignment in the learner engagement section, which we're going to look at in just a minute. There's another important file here for the team project assignment information. I have the teams developed. They could change somewhat, probably if we, especially what they will change if we add another student, if another student joins our class. There again, you must download this file, and it explains the entire discussion of the entire team assignment process. But I do have the teams. So in this case, Jennifer is in team 1, and she is responsible for the kickoff meeting, stakeholder analysis, and critical path. And I tried to set it up to where they're at different times in the semester so that you're not burdened with multiple assignments during the same week. So all the teams are set up the same way. So let's take another example here. Joseph, he has the project charter, project organizational chart, and work breakdown structure diagram. So you notice all the different teams are here, and there's 4 of them. Most of them have between 4 and 5 team members. So it does give your assignment for that team. And there again, the explanation for the assignment is in this file. So 2 important documents here that you need to download with pertinent information about you personally for your due dates and questions for the discussion board and your responsibility for these project management elements for your teams. So let's go to the learner engagement. These are where all the assignments that you're going to receive a grade on are located. This first one is the MBTI. You don't upload anything here. You just simply place your 4-digit MBTI type in the subject box of that discussion board, and then I manually enter your grade in the grade book. This semester you're going to have a personal bio assignment, but we're going to use VoiceThread. It's a new addition to the Blackboard suite, and it allows you to produce an online video using the VoiceThread application. There again, you don't upload anything here, but we will all be able to see the video that you create using the VoiceThread application. There again, you must download the assignment information, and it explains in detail what you're supposed to do. So basically, when you click this thread that takes you to the assignment, you're going to have a writing assignment this semester. It's an APA format. You'll need a title page, body of the paper, and a reference page, 5 to 7 pages, not including the title page or reference page. There again, the specific instructions are contained in this writing assignment video. But I also have a writing assignment template for you to use because I've got a sample APA format with a title page and a reference page. It's already set up for you with a couple of sample references. So you need to download the template and use that, and then just change the information that suits your paper. There again, there's a writing assignment video that explains this writing assignment. You've got an assignment that's worth 1 point that logs into LiveText. There again, you don't upload anything here. What you're going to do is take the Word file that you've been graded on in this writing assignment, and you're going to upload that file to a LiveText assignment that's on LiveText for this particular course. I just want to verify that everyone has a LiveText account and has the ability to upload a file to that. I don't want to wait for the end of the semester and have LiveText issues as you're trying to upload your personal project as your HAT assignment. And then this is your project team semester project worth 25 points. This is what the bulk of your time is going to be spent working in a virtual team on a virtual project. List the scenario and some sample types of projects that other teams have done. This entire process is also explained in a video that I produced right here. So I encourage you to definitely watch the video because it gives more information than just what is here. But you should read through the project scenario and obviously watch the project team assignment video because it does give a little bit more information. This is the discussion question actual assignment. This is where you upload your question and answer that you've been assigned as a discussion question. This is uploaded as a Word file. So this is where I grade your answer from. However, I do have a discussion question assignment video that explains the entire process, and this file also explains that process in detail because you are going to be making a comment on each one of your fellow students' responses, but just one per chapter. So make sure that you read the assignment in detail here, watch the video, and then upload your assignment, your discussion board question to this assignment. I mentioned you're going to have a reflection paper. It's a 5 to 7 page paper using Kolb's experiential learning cycle that reflects on your experiences this semester. There's a lot of information in the Kolb folder that I previously showed you. But it is a reflection on your online experiences this semester and not your work in your occupation itself. Paper should include a title page, an introductory paragraph, our 4 sections on the 4 stages, a concluding paragraph, and a reference page. Make sure you label each section of your paper. That way I know exactly what stage that you're writing in then. This assignment does go through the safe assignment process. So after it is uploaded, you will be able to view your safe assigned score, which gives you an originality score. These last assignments, you do not upload anything here. You get a grade of up to 1 point for each comment that you make on another student's post for the discussion question. You only need to respond to one other student's post for each of the 5 chapters. When I see that you've responded to a student's post, then I will manually enter your grade in the grade book. But you don't upload anything here. This is just a placeholder for the comment section part of your discussion board assignment. Let's look at the project elements themselves. I showed you a list of all of the project elements you would be responsible for. But I have video lectures and other information on each one of the project management elements that you will be studying this semester. Obviously, you will need to read about each one of these from your textbook, but all of these are on YouTube. So if I click the SWOT, it goes and opens a section on the SWOT. This gives more information about the SWOT, and this is the actual template that you will use, in which I showed you previously. And then the actual video is contained right here. So all of the other sections are laid out the same way. The template will be right here in the explanation. Some extra examples on SWOT analysis right here. And then my lecture video for the SWOT right here. So let's go back and just look at one more to show you that they are laid out all about the same way. So if we look at stakeholder analysis, you actually have two files, templates that you will use, a stakeholder register and a stakeholder strategy. Give some more information about the stakeholder analysis, and then my instructional video. So like I said, there's templates and videos for most all of the project management elements that you will be discussing this semester. And they have their own area right here that explains a bit more detail, gives you the template to use, a link, and then the actual video lecture itself. I do have the Hallmark Assessment rubric right here for your personal project. And now mention that you will be in virtual teams. So you will go to the virtual teams section. I think you'll only have your particular team listed. But as you can see, I have all 4 teams listed because I am actually put myself as a member of all 4 teams. So I'm just going to go and open up Team 1 right now. So it lists all the team members in Team 1. And if you go to the team responsibility document that we previously looked at, it should coincide with your team members right here. What you have is a file exchange, a group discussion board, and you'll be able to send an email to your team members. But the file exchange is an important process because here is where you're going to add a file. And that file that you will add is the particular project management element that you are personally responsible for. And all of that is explained in the video about the virtual team project. So this is where you will use what you will use to collaborate then and make any final changes. And this is actually where I view the file and give it a good to go. If I say it's good to go, that means it's ready for your final main document. So all the virtual teams are set up the same way, and we have 4 right now. And like I say, as the semester progresses, these after the first week or so, we might add a team member, could possibly lose a team member. So there could be a little bit of fluctuation, but I don't foresee too much. I mentioned Collaborate Ultra. This is an important tool. This is the tool that you're going to use to have weekly meetings. In other words, you're going to go and you're going to go to your particular team. So you'll go here and you'll click your team to join the session. I'm not going to do that because I do have a video that explains how to do this. So to recap, this is the going back to the announcements page. I think I mentioned before, whenever I send out an announcement, I duplicate it as an email. So you'll get it as an email also. But you might want to go to the announcements itself in case some of the files don't come through as exactly as viewed. So this is our Blackboard site. This is what you'll be using to upload your assignments and to collaborate on your projects with your team projects. Upload all of your graded files, most of them to the learner engagement folder. Okay, so I'm going to close out for now, and I want to wish you luck this semester and good luck on your team projects and all of the other assignments. Talk to you later.